different parts of a folk tale and what are in them? Go ahead and talk to your neighbors and tell them all the different parts that you remember from folk tales.
Magic, fiction,
What else?
Sometimes it has a lesson.
Sometimes it's a lesson, sometimes it's what else? Let's try that again. All right, somebody raise a quiet hand and tell me what are all the features that your group could think of. David? Nature explains a lesson, maybe. Did anybody think of any other ones that David didn't mention? Linda? Some of them are realistic folktales. So they might have humans, and that would be a little bit more realistic, but usually all of them are they real or are they fiction?
Fiction.
What does fiction mean? Somebody with a quiet hand tell me. What is fiction, Jessica?
Fake.
It's fake, right? Because animals in real life can't talk, but they can in folklore. They can communicate to you sometimes, but they don't talk like English, like we talk. And what's another one, Ronnie? Huh? Some of them are kind of realistic. You could see them maybe happening, but most of the time, since it's talking animals and they use magic and things like that, it's not something that would really happen in real life.
Most of them don't have talking animals.
Some do, some don't. So when we have a story like that, or when we have a piece of folklore, you guys said that they usually have characters, right? So that could be people, or it could be animals, or whatever that is. And they always have a
solution.
Somebody tell me with a quiet hand, what's a setting? What does that mean when you want a setting in your story? Brandon?
Like a place, like you're saying, like a park, or like, it's like a place, like a bathroom.
So it's wherever the story takes place, right? A story has to happen somewhere. It could be, and in folktales we learn stories that come from a bunch of different countries, exactly. So they have different settings. And we also know that they also have usually a problem, right? And when it has a problem, what else do we need to end the story? If we have a problem, something that's going wrong, what other thing do we need before our story ends? Omar? A solution, exactly. So we need a solution, some way to fix the problem for our characters, right? So what we're going to do now, actually, is we are going to read a story together that I think has all of these elements or different parts, but we have to make sure. So we're going to read the story and then we're going to talk about it. And if we have time, I want to see if you guys can create your own story that spins off of this one. But we'll do it all together and it'll be fun. So whoever is sitting quietly in student pose can help me out with something. If I could have, please, Nathaniel and Eileen. Just give one to every person. And when you guys get your paper, you're going to look that there's different speaking parts, and then there's also just the part that tells the story. And I need to have all of your attention because I'm going to give you directions about how we're going to read this story. Thank you. Does everybody have one? All right. I'd like 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. You guys don't have any energy. Everybody stand up. stand up. Everyone stand up, please. We're going to do 5 jumping jacks. Do you know how? We're going to get your energy level up. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, go ahead and have a seat. Yes, sir. All right, well, we're going to read a nice, relaxing story. So, we'll be okay. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
In this story, there are speaking parts. It's a story about a tiger and his group of cubs. So in the story, when you see that it says cub 1, I'll wait until everybody's paying attention. Where it says cub 1, who do you think is going to speak that part? Table 1. When it says cub 2, who's going to do that part? Table 2. When it says cub 3?
Table 3.
And when it says cub 4?
Table 4.
And then the rest of the story, we're going to follow along and we're all reading together. So that means that we have to pay attention to where we are. And when it's your turn, I only want to hear your table talking so that the story can go smoothly. All right? So let's go ahead and start. 1, 2, 3.
One day in a faraway forest, Travis the tiger and his family of cubs became extremely bored. They usually entertain themselves by running around outside, hunting for prey, or laying down in the hot summer sun. But this day was different. On this day, they were not satisfied with their choices and wanted something extra to do.
Okay. Cub 1 is table 1. So the whole table, let's read what it says.
We want to do something new.
What's that punctuation at the end of...
We want to do something new.
Right? When it says exclamation mark, you want to say, we want to do something new. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
We want to do something new.
Cub 2.
We're bored with this place. Let's go on an adventure.
All right, now everybody together. Nothing not liking to see his cubs. Pause. For this to go well, we have to all be reading together. That means not only are you reading, but you're listening to the people next to you so that you make sure you're on the same word at the same time, okay? So let's just start that paragraph again. Not liking to see his cubs in a bad mood, Travis the tiger agreed to take them on an adventure. They traveled from the edge of the forest, over hills and mountain ranges, through lakes and oceans, and finally they arrived at a large clearing.